Hello, everyone. This is Mario once again, and I wanted to take this moment to really address some of the politics that have been going on in this time that I've been recuperating. As many of you know, I've been recuperating. So it's been keeping me from posting like I want to, and I still got this virus, which is finally going away. So I'm ready to but there's so much to talk about, okay? And but in order to talk about it, I think you have to try to reduce things to a number of points because it's just so much stuff. So I wanted to give you my overview of kind of like where we stand right now politically, okay? And I tried to reduce that to 7 points, like a Trump briefing. What a one-sheeter on North Korea. Yeah, okay, I wanted to give you something like that. But not to insult your intelligence, but to make it in a way that I think sort of simplifies the perspective on everything. Okay, so let's talk about the upcoming election and the political status, okay? First of all, point before I get started, exhale. Okay, because it really isn't as bad as they're trying to convince you that it is. Say, oh, Mario, no. And I'm not trying to convince you to be overconfident. Okay? See, let me be clear on that. I'm not trying to convince you to be overconfident. I just think that you are sweating it. I have been sweating it so much as to be negative to our health. And that's not necessary. And I'm not saying that just to be encouraging. I'm saying that because I believe that's the truth. So first of all, exhale, because I'm going to explain this to you. So you don't need to be stressing out like you're stressing out. That's my point. Again, I'm not trying to make you cavalier in any kind of fashion. I just don't think I'm sure if you're watching my shit, you are not cavalier, okay? You're not, okay? So first of all, number one, shit will keep happening. You got to get used to that. Shit will keep happening. It's going to keep happening all the way up into the election. And because Trump and them have stonewalled so long, a bunch of the judicial rulings that are going to be releasing documents are going to be releasing documents all the way up through the conventions. The Democratic convention, I believe, is in July, and I think the Republican convention is in August. And I think I want you to be aware, shit is going to keep happening. As I said in my broadcast of 5/22/17, when I made my Trump predictions, Trump is going to continue to break the law all the way up until the time he's removed from office. Okay, he is going to get it. Just get used to it. Trump is going to continue to break the law all the way up until the time he is removed from office, and then he goes to jail. See, no matter what, at some point he's no longer president. Then he goes to jail. Okay? He's going to get tried for treason. Okay? So Trump will continue to break the law. The other thing I said back in my broadcast in 5/22/17 is that he's not cautious. I said there will be an orgy of evidence. There is an orgy of evidence. There's everywhere. Just all kinds of stupid. Any black man would have long been guilty. But this is privilege to the max. Okay? So, now, third thing. Don't worry. In the end, when we go into the ballot box, there are I'm looking at my notes, there are a limited number of choices, usually 5. There's usually 5 choices plus write-ins and other. So it's 7. Now, there's an independent, there was a libertarian. So, when people go into the booth, it's going to be Trump versus whoever the Democrats have selected. And every study, every poll is showing whoever comes up against Trump is going to win. And I will say this, as much as I gag on the idea of voting for Joe Biden, I will certainly vote for him against Trump. So that's the thing to understand. Listen, everybody tries to give you all the bullshit. Don't let them get you all uptight. When they go in the ballot box, it's gonna be Trump the Democratic candidate, the Libertarian candidate, the Independent candidate. Now, if Bernie Sanders is the Independent candidate or something, see, that's the only kind of shit you have to worry about. But you may have to worry about that. But it's Trump. That's what goes into the thing. So unless you see Bernie Sanders running as the independent, okay, all right, or something like that. But even still, I think when people go into that booth, they're going to be voting for whoever the Democratic candidate is. Okay? All right? I think, so number 4, minds are made up. I went and did a review of the 2016 election, you guys. It's like people, there's a number of, this whole idea of swing voters, which to me is bullshit. This election, there are really no swing voters. Everybody's mind's made up. If your mind ain't made, you going, I wonder. Really? Really? Okay, so no one's doing that. Minds are made up. Even in the last election where it was Hillary Clinton against Trump, only 7% of people switched parties. 7%. Go look. Just facts. No, some of the Trump supporters, it's like kryptonite to them. Don't give them any facts. Okay, I don't want to scare y'all. Your head explode. I got it. So, number 5, be vigilant, but don't worry. And number 6, the real question is, who is the Democratic candidate? See, because it looks like whoever is the Democratic Party candidate is the next president. That's what it looks like. If ever, I thought when Hillary ran against Trump, I was saying then, you can't beat this son of a bitch? Really? But obviously, people say, well, she did beat him. Barely, really. So, it looks like this time, no matter who it is that the Democrats come up with, they're going to be the next president. So what you really should be concentrating on is who's the next Democratic candidate. Now, I'm not a member of the Democratic Party, okay? And please don't get me started on that because we're trying to defeat Trump, right? So those of you Democrats, please don't do yourself the disservice of getting into discussions with people like me as to why we don't belong to the Democratic Party. Because I don't want to hurt your feelings, okay? Let's just defeat Trump, that we can get to business about your Democratic Party that I don't think too highly of, okay? But we agree, let's defeat Trump. But don't mistake for an instant that this is any way a sign that I am a supporter of the Democratic Party. I am not. It's just that the Republican Party has become pure evil and the party of cowards and bigots. Okay? But after we defeat Trump, then we can get on with the revolution of the Democratic Party. Maybe after the revolution of the Democratic Party, I might rejoin. Who knows? Anyway, so remember, whoever is a Democratic candidate is going to be the next president. Okay? Because when it comes down to it in the booth, when it's Trump versus Biden, Warren, whoever, it ain't going to be 60-40 at that point. It's locked in, okay? So don't sweat it. There's no need to try to persuade anybody. There's no one to be persuaded, and the numbers say that any way you're persuading don't get you very far, okay? All right. So relax. That was my 7 good points, thoughts on the election and the upcoming political process, and you can exhale. Peace and blessings.